In this third and final video on how to create a concrete succulent pot, we're going to utilise the Loft and Shell tool. So to try this one, click on the part and we'll go through the same steps again just to get it started. So the aim of this one is to create a triangle shape at the bottom, which will then become a circle at the top of our little concrete pot. So to do that, just click on any old plane again. So to create a triangle at the bottom, probably the easiest way to do it is to do a polygon, but this time we're just going to do 3 sides. So we should have our little triangle shape just there. Again, try and make it so it is in line with the origin, or one of the points is. Now we can try and dimension the outside to the origin, remembering that our constraints is 100 by 100 in this example. So that point there I'm going to make 50. So that means that all those outside points should be 50 as well. So I'm happy with that for this example. So once you've finished there and you're happy, hit Finish Sketch. Now for the second step of our lofted design, what we need to do now is we need to create a plane that is parallel to this plane we've just drawn this triangle on. And we're going to make that 100 millimeters away, which will draw our circle on to create the top of our pot. So to do this, what we want to do is select the drop down menu of the work plane here and click on Offset from Plane. Now because we don't have a 3D shape in here, we're going to need to head over to our origin folder and find the folder that we've just sketched on just there. Now if it is a little bit hard to see, you might want to zoom out a little bit and then pick the plane that it's on. So in this instance it was the XZ plane. So click on that one and now you'll see a little measurement box come up. Now you can either grab that arrow and drag it up, or if we know the dimension, which we do, type in that. So for this one it's 100. Now just to recenter it again, the next step is to draw our circle on this plane here. So start 2D sketch, and I try to find the outside edge of that plane to select it. So once it goes white, you can click on that plane. Again, it recenters it here. In this instance, I'm going to draw a circle on the origin, and I'm going to draw that out to be our 50 millimeters again from the outside, or 100 millimeters in diameter. So once you're happy with that, you can select Finish Sketch. And now you can see the next step will be to loft the triangle to our circle. So to create our loft that's hidden under the sweep icon just here, so hit the drop down menu and that second one down, so hit Loft. Now what we do, we've got 2 shapes here in which to select. So the first one we select our triangle, and the second sketch that we select is our circle. As soon as we click this, you should see our shape that we're trying to achieve appear. Right, so in our preview just here, you can see that it's given us a shape that we want. Alright, once you're happy with that, or if you want to make any changes, then you can go ahead and do that. So we're just going to hit OK. Now we can see how that looks. Now at the moment you can still see that work plane, so if you want to get rid of that, if you want to go over to here and click or right click and turn the visibility off, it might give you a better idea as to how your pot's going to look. So just spin it around, have a look like so. If you're happy with that, proceed. If not, you can go back and change some of those sketches. So now what we need to do is we need to hollow out the middle of it. So the icon that we use for that, or the tool that we use, is called the shell. So shell is over here, and it pretty much just removes the inside of any shape out. So click on that. Now obviously we want the hole at the top of our concrete pot. A couple of things to think about through here is we want to change the thickness of our concrete pot to 10 millimeters to make sure that it's thick enough. So at the top we're going to select the circular surface, and you'll see that it's given us an idea on how to remove that face like so. So once you're happy with that, hit OK, and there you have your lofted concrete pot. So the triangle down the bottom and the circle at the top.